So now that you mentioned Father Gibson, that's a very interesting topic because he was very big on civil rights. Like he was huge. Like he was a very. Let's talk about him for a minute. So what can you tell me? What positive things did he do that you can recall?
Oh my God, Father Gibson. Father Gibson was a civil rights icon. He was a trailblazer. He was one of the first politicians for the city of Miami. We used to demonstrate and march and picket the airport because we weren't allowed to eat. We weren't allowed to sit in the areas that were other people that didn't look like us. And there were times when we would go and sit down to eat and they would call the police and have us to leave. There was time that we would march because downtown they wouldn't allow us to go to certain stores to sit at the counters, like Bird Irons. They would say we could only go in the basement as far as purchasing stuff. And if we purchased it, if we tried it on, you would have to buy it. Like if your mom tried on a hat or something, you would have to buy it. There were 5 and dime stores whereby they would call the police and have us to leave the counter instead of serving us. The buses, we would sit in the front of the bus and they would have the police when we get downtown from Coconut Grove to either arrest us or take us off the bus because we sat in the front and we were supposed to sit in the back. And Father Gibson, he would be there and he would get us out, pick us up if they arrested us. In the same way, if it was at the airport and there was problems, we weren't allowed to sit certain places or to eat in certain places. So he was always there. He also worked with Mrs. Vierick. She was one of the community activist people, and she also worked in the black neighborhood as far as keeping it clean. And we had a program whereby we would work to keep our areas clean in our neighborhoods and our communities and stuff like that. But Father Gibson was 100%, I say you couldn't ask for a better city commissioner or a better neighborhood or pastor. Of course, the Episcopal Church, they didn't go by the name of pastor. They always went by the name of father. But he worked with the young people as far as schooling and education and scholarships. And